Hello and welcome to a new devlog video for Peasant Uprise. In a large project such as this one has to stay focused on the task at hand, and that means that one needs to play it cool when running into issues or annoying things. The best thing I can do is to create a ticket for myself and move along with the main goal of the week. However, those tend to accumulate very quickly, and it frustrates the heck out of me every time that I run into a known issue or I get sick when looking at the same placeholder screen that's been sitting there for ages. So this week it was time to do a little bit of house cleaning and get some peace of mind. One of the items that I left behind from reworking the tools last week is the ability to pick up some tools from the world. So I had to extend the current pickup process to be able to accept both resources or tools. Moving on, another thing that was not actually that easy was to click on a peasant when they were moving around. And if you needed to check on a few of them, it just wasn't very user-friendly. So I added a few shortcuts to make the process a lot simpler and a heck a lot faster. So pressing tab will cycle through the peasants in the HUD, but it will also cycle through the peasants in the peasant info panel if it's open. This is very convenient to quickly check on all your peasants' statuses. Additionally, Q will make the selected peasant your leader, and the camera will center on that peasant. Finally, a space will toggle the camera between your cart, which is the recommended camera at camp, or your leader, which is the recommended camera during an adventure. Another annoyance was that when during an adventure one of your peasants lost a lot of health and I wanted to bring the peasant back to camp, I needed to bring the entire team. So I've added an option to boot the peasant from the adventure and he or she will walk their way back to camp, so I can continue on without worrying about losing a peasant. I may do the opposite as well, to order a peasant at camp to join the group in the field, but I haven't gotten to it yet. I also felt like cycling through all the peasants to know who's my leader was not really efficient either, so I've added that option in the Peasants Manager panel. Not only displays the current leader, but you can change it here as well. Additionally, it recognizes your group in the adventure and will only let you choose a leader from those in the field. As part of the package of improvements that I put together was getting rid of some placeholder screens, like the new game screen. I made it look more in sync with the rest of the game. And as a bonus, I also added some validation to the game name. Not that it really causes any problems to have weird characters in the name, but I like things to be clean and avoid a 500 plus character name that would mess up the load screen. The combat system is one of those features that I like to work on iterations. The first iteration was very basic, to just reach the target, hack and slash, and deal and receive damage. In the second iteration, I dealt with the enemy assignment, as it didn't make sense for 5 peasants all to attack the same enemy, when other 3 enemies were standing there. So it does go through a process of assigning different targets to your peasants. In the next iteration, I added the concept of a battle and recognizing when a battle began and ended, in such a way that I'm able to distribute rewards and even rank the outcome of the battle. This time around, it wasn't that big, but I did notice that peasants were still piling up and never really reaching the enemy properly. So I've been tweaking a bit the positioning of the peasants around the enemy during combat. But by far the most annoying thing that I've been facing this year is the weather. This is how this year has looked so far. And while I've tried very hard to fix this bug in the weather system, it hasn't worked. It's been rainy and cold, and it was really getting to my nerves in many ways. I haven't been able to do any exercise outside for a very long time. And I know I should not be complaining about some rain, but for California, I mean... Never mind, the point is that we're finally getting some nice weather. With that said, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next update.